Hey, what's up everybody? Taylor with KC here, and today we're super excited. We have Terry Madden with us, and this is a really cool opportunity because we're out here at Easter Jeep Safari, and you have had the KC Jeep Wagoneer all week, right?
Yeah, it's been amazing, Taylor. I actually can't thank you guys enough for allowing me this opportunity. I had first I picked it up at the shop, and it's had a few bugs, a few wrinkles, you know. It's a SEMA build, and it hadn't really been tried. But we've had so much fun with this thing this week. We have absolutely put it through its test.
I think you've been wheeling it probably a little bit harder than it was originally intended to be wheeled, which is rad, right? Like, the whole purpose behind this was a vehicle that KC can build for our 50th anniversary, which is last year,
yeah.
But it's also gonna be super capable, right? So it wasn't something that was just gonna be a grocery getter.
It's not a show car.
Right,
it's not a show car
exactly.
by any means. There are an amazing amount of good parts on here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was built with the right components. It just needed that final little tweaks of taking it from a show car to taking it field. There's new car blues on everything we build. Every race car we build, anything we build, there's that shakedown run. There's that race that you get the Gremlins and the BS. And it's the way it works. And we had a few of those Gremlins, but it's got so many amazing parts and it works really, really well. It was so much fun pulling this in the spots with the built Jeeps, and you pull in this old Wagoneer that's kind of a sleeper, and you crawl right up stuff and around them, and it got a lot of attention.
I would imagine it's an attention grabber, right? It's something that's just unique from what most people are seeing out here in Moab.
Yeah, and it blends in here because it was actually all demographics. The little kid come up, and that's cool because I've never seen it, and a lot of guys, even a little older, hadn't seen it. And then you get the old wheelers and that are here, and they're like, man, I bought one of these new in high school, and they're all, I remember when this came out and started asking codes and what color code and what, and like, guys, I'm not that Jeep smart.
I don't know that.
But I do love it, and I appreciate that you like it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, I think for a lot of the guys, it's probably relatable to a lot of people. It's something that's a little bit different. It's something that brings them back. It's like the same thing that people say with the smiley face. It kind of brings them back to childhood almost. But I know, like you mentioned, there's been a little bit of gremlins with this thing. Like one of them, right? Like the back door latch gets a little sticky, right? What are some of the other things? I mean, I know you've been out here. You've had Terry's had the whole week out with this thing, hitting like pretty gnarly trails out here. What else have you kind of experienced with this thing?
We've had a few Gremlins all week. I mean, we couldn't get in forward drive the first day. Just a few linkage issues. I don't know that it had ever been in 4 low yet. So
probably not.
Something
I genuinely don't think it had been.
I didn't test before I left the shop. I could get 4 high, but I couldn't get low.
Yeah.
The rear window motor right now, I Googled everywhere and I talked to everybody in town, and for some reason, nobody had a rear window motor for a 69 Wagoneer.
Oh, big surprise with that.
So it's permanently stuck in float mode.
Yeah.
It kind of does what it wants. Yep. And we've had a few little gremlins on wiring. We did break a transfer case transmission adapter, and somehow there was one in stock new in Grand Junction. I don't know how, but we're in that part of the world. So it was a half day in a parking lot, changed that. But it's really minor in the scheme of it. We've wheeled it hard. It went everywhere I've wanted it to go.
Of all the trails that you've done, because I know you've done a lot of BFGoodrich runs, Warren trail runs, things like that. What was some of the favorite trails that you've done on this thing this week while you're out here?
I took it up Moab Rim the first night. Okay. If you've been on Moab Rim, there's the gatekeeper in the crack there, and
no thanks. Not for me.
There was a lot of people there that were looking at it, going up there like, "You're seriously taking that up there?" Yeah. And I wasn't sure myself, but I went up there hoping nobody'd be there for a little shakedown and feel it out, and put it in low, and she walked right up it, and she performed and worked, and she's really, really amazing. It is, it's skinny.
Yeah, and it's skinny and little top heavy.
Top heavy. I had the, if you know Flatiron Mesa, the little pinch rock on the side of the To Death Forever cliff. I've been around it, I don't know, 10 times and never puckered like I puckered today in this.
Well, she was just trying to get a little loose.
She lifts really hard. She's not.
Yeah.
So it's made it actually far more of a rush for me. Yeah. Because we wheel in our capable rigs. It's not as much fun when you can just go drive up everything. Right. It added a little bit of that challenge and adrenaline back to it, and partially because it wasn't my vehicle and I'm scared of screwing it up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be afraid of that, but I think what's cool is like you're such an accomplished driver, you know what you're doing, right? You're not a novice to this whole side of things.
First day.
And so to be able to take something like this and have it push you a little bit outside of your comfort zone, just because it's something different, is pretty cool. Like that's pretty neat.
I don't always think of myself that way. I appreciate it, and I do know that I am, but it did push me in a few spots. Cool. And I was on the trail ride today with really built rigs, and I'm glad it was me driving it because I'm not 100% sure it would have come back. It was sketchy. It was really sketchy.
You had people spotting you and they were even worried about it, right?
Lance Clifford and Larry McRae were with me today, which you know Rocks, you know those two. And there was one spot where Larry's like, I'm like, Larry, I don't like it. And he's like, I don't like it either. Shit, that doesn't help. That doesn't help me one bit.
That's a little iffy.
So yeah, she did everything we really wanted her to do, though. I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, I think that's awesome to hear that she did everything that you pointed her at, right? Kind of tackled it all. That's pretty cool. What's next for this thing? We're gonna kind of want it back at some point, but I know you kind of want it too.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. I actually had a lot of people talk to me and ask if I built it. Obviously I didn't, and it's you guys's, but I can't think of a vehicle that could align more personally for me. I mean, Warren is my world. I love them. Factor 55, Curry's, BFG, KC, Rockford, Fosgate, Rugged, PRP. I mean, it has every brand on it that I would have put on it if I built it. And I really don't want to bring it back.
I think you're gonna have to talk to Alan.
I think you might have to come find it.
We're gonna be twisting arms to get this thing back on the trailer.
You're gonna be doing Where's Waldo to find it.
Yep, exactly.
So, no, I appreciate you letting me use it, and I'm gonna keep it until you force me to bring it back.
Well, I'm stoked that you had fun with it. I mean, that's the number one thing for us, right? Is just to be able to give you the keys, right? Let you do what you do best. Take it out, go have fun, and just get people to see it. That was really cool to be able to do.
And that's pretty neat too, to have that type of level of respect and trust with the marketing partner. I mean, this is not a cheap build. It's a SEMA vehicle that hadn't been out, and here's the keys.
Yeah, no questions asked.
Take it to Moab and wheel and have fun.
Yeah, we'll see in a week.
Nobody looking over my shoulder, nobody messing with me. I mean, I like to think that you don't just do that with everyone. And it makes me feel good. I love having partners that have that trust in me because I have that faith in you guys.
Exactly.
It's special.
Yeah, well, I think that's one of the really cool parts about it. So, Terry, we really appreciate you just having fun. We appreciate you being a part of the KC family, being one of our ambassadors. Like, it's really awesome to have somebody that's a good representation of the off-road industry as a whole, and somebody that knows what they're doing, and somebody that can wheel and kind of have a lot of fun while you're at it too. So it's really cool to do that. So thank you for taking this thing and giving her a little bit of love while you're at it, but having fun in it too.
She's got a little abuse, she's got a little love.
There's a couple extra little pinstripes on it.
Well, so those were kind of tree or rock. It's kind of the...
I think it's tree is the better choice on most of that stuff.
So and a couple of them were tree or cliff. So yeah, she got a few what we used to call Baja pinstripes. I guess they're Moab, but I guess they just match the beautiful
the patina. I think that's a part of it. So
we just added to it.
Exactly. So
thank you very much for letting me have her.
Of course, man. So I think this was awesome to be able to give Terry the keys to the Wagoneer. It sounds like we're gonna have to have some talks and figure out where this thing's gonna end up next. So stay tuned for the adventure, you guys. Stay tuned to figure out where we're gonna take it next, or maybe where Terry's even gonna take this thing next to. I don't know, I think it's gonna be cool.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Awesome, thank you guys for tuning in, and remember to adventure further.